Hey there, YouTube and Facebook, Blue Dooley in a Mercedes-Benz Unimog. And we're gonna go get the MG barn find first thing. I might actually have this video out of order with the last video I posted. I forget which truck I drove first. So that's my professionalism.
How come you always find these things before
I don't
me?
have.
It's not like I'm not looking. That's an MG. An MGB GT, in fact. It's a brilliant little sports car made right here in Britain.
And a mouthful of letters.
Whatever they were trying to do to the engine didn't
Let me out! I'm stuck in your pocket.
Oh. Text message.
I'll go and put all the pieces back in and call you when it's done.
We're gonna go do a couple of races with the Unimog that I don't do real good at. Well, I win one,
when it is safe to do
lose
so.
a couple others. That's the way it goes. I am a little confused as to how the Unimog handles better than the tank pool racing truck, seeing as how the Unimog engine, transmission, and everything sit probably a good couple feet higher than the tank pool truck, but I don't know. I would think the top-heavy Unimog would handle worse than the race truck. Quibbling over details. Hope everybody's having a good weekend while I edit this video. Hoping to get some work done on my CXT this weekend. I need to finish getting the bed mounted, and I have some cardboard stock to mock up some bumpers for it, because I'm not sure what kind of bumper I'm going to build for it. So we'll do a little cardboard assisted drafting as we power slide the Unimog to the first race we're going to compete in. See, you can't get the tank pull truck to do that good. It's weird. In one of the races, there's a Morgan three-wheeler,
turn right,
which we're racing on the beach, and I'm not sure how that thing can accelerate on sand faster than a four-wheel drive truck. But that's probably just the limitations of the game's physics. Seeing as how they had a rally race for trucks, I had figured there'd be more Unimogs at a rally race, but it's mostly the Mercedes-Benz tank pool race truck. Maybe a Volvo Iron Knight or two. It didn't make a lot of sense that you'd have a rally race and you'd race street vehicles. No, yeah, it's just a tank pool truck. So, kind of stuck here on pavement for a little bit. Once it turns to dirt, we'll start pulling away from them. You'd think there'd be more people around the event, but like full pack stands. Maybe the video game people don't like watching trucks race as much as I do. Still an enjoyable game. I'm really glad at the update, was it like 2 gig update last weekend or the weekend before, because finally they got the auto auction fixed, and we could get the photos I've been taking uploaded to the Forza website. So that was nice to be able to do all that stuff, because I had a bunch of cars I wanted to sell, and I think most of them sold, except maybe the El Camino and a Camaro. But the 2 vehicles I posted with the Forza boost, I forget One was an Audi, and the other was a BMW. And those were sold almost before I had finished clicking the button to put it for auction, which surprised me. So, wow, somebody really wanted those two cars. Yeah, here in the dirt, the Unimog starts outrunning everything and banging into stuff, which the AI bangs into stuff too. Not sure if the AI is quite as adept at driving the trucks as they are the cars. Still, it's silly and I like it. That's what video games are supposed to be. I mean, you're just supposed to have fun with it. And getting frustrated or mad, just the game isn't fun anymore once you get that far. I have had to, on a couple of races, turn down the difficulty, because in this video and the other video I think I'm only like rank 30 and up around rank 70 and 80. As having a hard time keeping up with some of the races, even when I was in a better vehicle than the tank pool or the Unimog. I even did a few races with that Class 5 Volkswagen Bug Baja Beetle, and yeah, once you start getting up there in levels, the difficulty definitely gets more noticeable. I'm pretty sure right now it's still at highly skilled. I've been kind of walking away from them. But that might just be because this truck's four-wheel drive and has off-road tires and the other trucks don't. Yeah, the difficulty I'm still trying to figure out. As sometimes it's like, yeah, it's a challenge, and then other times at the same difficulty it's like, how is that even possible? Nope, it was just a tank pull. And that dude's pants, those are loud. Those are loud. I still think that stuff's just ridiculous. Yay, more influence. And a power wagon. Now I have two. I haven't done anything with the second one yet. So.
Not to show favourites at all, but you need to make it through this next round because we're planning something big for afterwards, like the biggest dirt I've ever created big.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
So that was one race down. Go race up there by the castle, which is, well, I have an odd sense of humor, so I thought it was funny tearing around an English castle with a German truck. Especially since it's also a military truck. I've seen military surplus Mercedes-Benz trucks for sale here in the States. In fact, there's one in Wendell, Idaho, which is a podunk little town, and they actually have one of the Army Unimogs with the loader and backhoe attachment on it. Which, I mean, the Unimog is kind of just a street legal tractor in the rest of the world. I mean, they can run just about any implement or attachment you can put on a tractor, I think. They're a neat truck. I'd like one. Even the used ones, though, still go for a pretty penny there. They don't seem to depreciate as much as other vehicles. The beach is fun with the off-road trucks or the buggies. It's just fun to just haul up and down the beach. I wonder if they could put paddle tires in the game. Do some actual, like, sand drags. That'd be cool.
You have arrived at your destination.
And since they have the tank pull truck, I was kind of hoping maybe they'd render Mike Ryan's Freightliner Cascadia he uses to race up like Pikes Peak and other hill climb events. He's also done some Gymkhana videos with it. If you search for Mike Ryan, both of those videos are titled Size Matters, which is kind of a bit of a dig to Ken Block, as Mike Ryan does pretty much everything Ken Block does in a purpose-built drift car and a almost 10,000 pound race semi. If you like drifting, they're neat to watch, because that takes a lot more skill, I'd imagine, to keep 10,000 pounds of truck in check, as opposed to 3,000 or 4,000 pounds of purpose-built drift car. The David versus Goliath racing is a little odd too. Like, you wouldn't call a F-150, a Goliath by any stretch of the imagination. And again, the Morgan three-wheeler on sand, I don't see that working. I think most of them little cars would probably just high center in the sand and just spin their wheels. But again, nitpicking physics the game probably can't actually calculate. Yeah, F-100, not really a huge truck. The Morgan freewheeler does tear around in the grass and the rain and the muck pretty well, though, for only having power to one wheel. I like the rainy events because, well, just because I'm sure once the season switches to winter, I'll have most of my events in the snow. Like snow. It'd be fun to race on the beach while it was snowing. That might just be me, though. I'm also kind of glad for the race they extended the landing area off the cliff a bit, because the Unimog just barely clears that gap. You can also buy this, no, this isn't the castle, this is the fort. I'd like a house with cannons, that'd be cool. But, yeah, racing around an English fort with a German truck. I thought it was funny, but I'm kind of odd that way. Yeah, see, we're on the same difficulty as the last race. I have four-wheel drive and off-road tires, and I can't catch up to a three-wheeler on wet ground. Is what it is. I just find that kind of stuff odd. The Baja Bug's a lot of fun. I tried doing a couple of the Forzathon live events I did one with the Unimog, and the only reason that got completed is probably because everybody else could rack up the points or mile per hour we needed to get through all 3 rounds. The other events I switched to the Class 5 Baja Bug just because I thought, well, it's a little lighter, it'll go faster, it drifts really well. I made it all-wheel drive, so, it's funny because everybody else, the couple of Forzathon live events I've hit, they're all in supercars or tuners. And then there's the dually, driving around in a friggin' tank pool or a Unimog, screwing things up. Well, I shouldn't say I'm screwing things up because, while I'm not contributing huge numbers, still contributing some solid numbers. You know, I'm not hitting speed traps at 200 mile an hour, but I'm hitting them at a steady 150 every time I go through them or something like that. So yeah, if you do some of the Forzathon lives and you see some idiot tearing around in an Unimog or a bug or the tank pool truck, it's probably me. Feel free to say hi. Those events are kind of fun. I never did any of the online stuff with those previous games. And the Forzathon live events here, they're kind of fun. They just, I guess, randomly select some events. I suck at drift zones. I apologize to anybody who gets stuck with me at a Forzathon live event with drift zones, because I'm just terrible at it. Doesn't matter what vehicle I'm in. I just don't drift well. And I'm okay admitting that. Ooh, super wheel spin. This one was a good one because we racked up 200,000 and 250,000 and a horn. But the cash was cool. I was happy to get some more money because I'd spent a lot of money souping up some other vehicles. Try to do...
Got that MG running. Let me just finish marking up this event and I'll meet you down there.
Gonna also hit up a couple of danger signs with the Unimog. You know, because I think it's 15,000 pounds, and yeah, let's see how far that'll jump. That's a great idea. We'll get a couple wheel spins. I think I have a bunch I still need to get through now. Volkswagen Touareg. And I think I got another Chevy. Yeah, no, the t-shirt. This is the one I got the Chevy on. The 150 utility sedan. I think if you painted that yellow, it'd look like the taxi from Crazy Taxi. These skill points per vehicle are kind of neat. Especially that one where you can hit stuff and not lose your combo chain is really handy when you drive vehicles that don't handle well, like the Unimog or the tank pool. The Power Wagon handles pretty good, but still, that not lose your combo when you hit stuff is huge. I think actually now my highest skill chain vehicle is the Class 5 Bug. I'd seen someone out at the I forget it, the airport, just drifting like crazy, so I just went over there and was hitting jumps and drifting like crazy. So I think my skill chain was 668,000.
In 200 yards, turn sharp
Which might
left.
actually be the highest I've ever gotten in any of the games.
Turn sharp left.
There was some random dude just sitting there. I think he might have bought the castle or was in the menu. That's my favorite part about driving the truck when you're online is
You have arrived at your
someone's just,
destination.
doing their thing in their drift car, their Ferrari. And here I come in an Unimog. In fact, actually, we run over somebody's ghost as he's trying to drift through a drift zone. I'm just driving down the middle of the road in an Unimog. I thought maybe I'd jump back up on the castle and try to hit that jump danger sign with a little more speed, but I didn't give myself enough room to get up to speed to clear that larger gap now that they don't have the extension on it. So we're gonna try and just pretty much hit the cliff with the bumper. And get some questionable rollover physics. Yeah. Tearing around England in the Unimog is a lot of fun. beach is cool. I like kicking up the sand, jumping over dunes, going over people's picnic tables. I think everybody likes doing that, though. Tearing stuff up there is fun. So yeah, we'll go hit the other new danger sign.
In 200 yards, turn left.
Which I think I got 1 star on, maybe.
Turn left.
This is a drift zone after you get through so many of them. I found out later. Yeah, here comes someone drifting it up, and I just rolled through them with an Unimog. I think it's fun. Smash a sign. Those are still in some really hard to reach spots. There's the one on the church, which I finally got they finally put the ramp at so I could try to hit it. And I either went way too far over it, or I hit the building without hitting the sign.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Thankfully, in videos from here on out, you won't have to wait for me to go drive down roads, because I got all my roads completed now. I'm sure, actually, as long as it's been out by now, I'd imagine most people who've had it for a while probably have all the roads. Although some of the achievements I've gotten are, it says they're rare achievements because there's, single percentage point if everybody with the game's done it. One of them was get 3 stars on the danger sign with a truck. Either the Unimog or the Iron Knight or the tank pool. And I hit one, and it was pretty easy to get the 3 stars. And I think that achievement only had 8% of players, maybe. I was like, that's not a hard one to get, so I'm not sure. Maybe people just don't. Well, I mean, a lot of people go after achievements, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Smash into some rocks. Then we'll go do the race that's just up here, which was a fun track, but the Unimog, not really a good choice for it. I think I get 5th. We'll get up here and see. Get the event set up real quick. Speed up the footage a little bit so we're not all bored sitting here waiting for me to type. The Oddball Rally, yeah, I like that event too, just because it's all the goofy things most people don't drive. Like the bug, and forget what else is in there. I think there's an Iron Knight. Me and this Unimog. I don't know what that little car next to me is. That looked cool. But I don't do too hot on this one, like I said earlier. I think I got 5th. Oh yeah. Lamborghini SUV and the Hoonigan Chevy. Vehicles with really good handling and some vehicles with really terrible handling. Excuse me. I did learn early on that the bigger trucks, you don't want to try to go through the concrete culvert pipes with because they usually glitch and jam. There's another Morgan freewheeler. Flying through the air. Yeah, this was a fun track. Hummer. Like I said, I don't know what that car is. I might have to go find one. Because it looks neat. And, you know, the vehicle not a lot of people drive. We're up to third. That I think is as high as I get. I don't hold it for very long. Because you can't go through those pipes with this truck. And you just have to slow down so much. Continuously fly by when you're doing a 90 mile an hour. Not sure what happened to the AI in that tank tool truck. I don't know if he glitched out or got hung up on something. That is the one of the races around the festival site, because it has those little neon bridges. Yeah, I raced trucks on that, and the AI got stuck at them several times. Along with out at the abandoned rail yard. A couple of those buildings that bigger trucks will get stuck at if you don't hit them just right. Just so you're forewarned, in case you decide to race trucks on events. Try to skip the ones with small tunnels. Or you'll just run into somebody who's coming to a stop, and it got a little frustrating. Alright, we did get third. I got fifth. Excuse me again. Oh, I lost to a caddy limo. That's odd. That's not something you normally would think would race. I didn't even know the car was in the game until I'd seen him dancing in front of it. So, hope everyone enjoyed the video. Click like and subscribe. Have a good weekend, and I will catch you in the next one.